A bad knock sensor can lead to various symptoms that impact your vehicle's performance and efficiency. So, in this video, we'll go over and explain some common symptoms so you know what to look out for if you're dealing with a faulty one. Let's get started. Now, for us to understand the symptoms better, what a knock sensor does in a car is detect unusual noises, known as engine knock or pinging, which happen when the fuel in the engine ignites too early. The sensor sends a signal to the ECU, which then adjusts the ignition timing and fuel mixture to prevent damage and keep the engine running smoothly. By doing this, the knock sensor helps improve the engine's performance, fuel efficiency, and overall reliability. Let's take a look at the symptoms, starting with symptom number 1. Check engine light. When the knock sensor has problems or detects unusual readings, it often triggers the check engine light to warn the driver of a possible issue. This usually results in a trouble code such as P0325 or P0330, which indicates a problem with the knock sensor or its circuit. This occurs because the ECU depends on the sensor to monitor engine performance. If the sensor isn't working right, it can't give accurate information to the ECU, leading to engine problems and turning on the check engine light. Symptom number 2. Decreased engine performance. A faulty knock sensor can make the ECM adjust the timing or fuel injection settings incorrectly. Since the ECM depends on the knock sensor to get accurate information, a bad sensor can lead to wrong adjustments. This can cause reduced engine power, poor acceleration, and overall lower performance because the engine isn't running as efficiently as it should. Symptom number 3. Poor fuel economy. Incorrect timing adjustments due to a bad knock sensor can cause inefficient combustion, which leads to higher fuel consumption. This happens because the ECM uses information from the knock sensor to set the right timing for fuel ignition. If the sensor isn't working properly, the timing can be off, causing the engine to use more fuel. This often shows up as a decrease in miles per gallon, MPG, meaning you'll get fewer miles for each gallon of fuel. Symptom number 4. Engine pinging or knocking noises. Normally, the knock sensor detects engine knock and adjusts the timing to prevent it. If the sensor fails, it can't make the necessary adjustments, which can cause actual knocking or pinging sounds while the engine is running. These sounds happen because the fuel is igniting too early due to improper timing, and this means the knock sensor isn't working correctly. Symptom number 5. Difficulty starting the engine. In some cases, a bad knock sensor can cause problems when starting the engine. This might result in longer cranking times or difficulty starting, especially when the engine is cold. This happens because the knock sensor helps the ECM adjust the timing for a smooth start. So if the sensor isn't working, the ECM may not set the timing correctly, making it harder for the engine to start or causing it to take longer to fire up. Symptom number 6. Rough idle or misfires. Incorrect timing adjustments from a faulty knock sensor can cause unstable engine idling or misfires. This happens because the knock sensor helps the ECM set the right timing for smooth engine operation. If the sensor isn't working properly, the ECM may not adjust the timing correctly, leading to an uneven engine idle. You might notice vibrations or rough running when the vehicle is stopped, as the engine struggles to keep a steady idle due to incorrect timing. Symptom number 7. Increased emissions. When the engine runs inefficiently because of a bad knock sensor, it can produce higher emissions than usual. This happens because the knock sensor helps the ECM adjust the timing and fuel mixture for better combustion. If the sensor isn't working right, the timing and fuel mixture can be off, leading to incomplete burning of fuel and more pollutants being released. This can result in failing emissions tests or having a bigger impact on the environment. Our list covers some of the most common symptoms you might experience with a bad knock sensor. So if you notice any of these issues, don't ignore them. Instead, use an OBD2 scanner to check for trouble codes such as P0325, P0326, or P0330, which are related to the knock sensor to confirm if it's the problem. Also, inspect the sensor for visible damage or loose connections, and if really needed, consult a professional mechanic for a thorough diagnosis. When it comes to replacing a knock sensor, it typically costs between $150 and $300, including parts and labor, though the exact cost can vary based on your vehicle's make and model and the labor rates at your repair shop. There you have it. We hope you find this video helpful, and if you do, make sure to like and subscribe so we can assist you. Fix it.